Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Tri-Effort. I'm Johnny Del Balso, and we are on to week 3 of this Ironman Jacksonville Chasing Kona vlog. Today it is Thursday, February 12th. We left the last week's vlog. I had a sprained ankle on Saturday. So we're in a down week right now. We kind of planned that injury perfectly, and we're getting through it. We're healing up pretty good. So I shaved the mustache, I got the haircut, the ankle's healing, so I'm feeling pretty good. So as far as how this week has gone so far, Monday I did get in the pool, not so much for a training session, but just to see where the body was at, kind of a feel-good active recovery day. I had to swim with the pool boy because I couldn't kick with my right leg because of that ankle. So I did like some technique drills with my upper body or whatever. So it felt pretty good. Got in 1,500 yards. It's something for Monday. Happy with that. Tuesday, I got in the gym, did a lower body strength routine, hit the hip flexors, hit the glutes, hit the core. Actually, these past 3 days, I was able to get in some nice strength training. So kind of one of the benefits of having this injury, I got to focus on some strength work again. That's something I need to incorporate throughout the season, but I could just kind of get back to it this week. So that felt good. And then I did a mile walk to the post office after work and they were closed, but I got a walk in and got to see where the ankle was at there. Wednesday, I did a intensity swim session in the morning. Felt pretty good. I was able to kick a little bit better this time. Actually got some training in. I filmed some more underwater stuff. Last week's vlog, I talked about how my hand was crossing over and I'm rotating a little bit too much, kicking off the wall. Good news, I'm still crossing over just the same. It felt like I corrected something, but it looks the same to me. But I am kind of like being more cognizant of like how much I'm rotating. There's progress to be made, but I'm trying. And then after work, I did do a test ride on the road bike, and we got in an hour training ride down here. So felt pretty good with that. Pretty easy power, but I did 3x4 minute power builds and the ankle was feeling pretty good. So no running yet, but here we are Thursday. Wednesday I did an upper body strength training session. Thursday today, I did lower body again. I hit the hamstrings, hit the glutes again, hit the core a little bit more. And right now we're gonna do another ride on the trainer. I'm gonna throw back on the race bike, and we will do kind of another power building session, just kind of pick up where we left off yesterday and see how the ankle's feeling, and that gets you all caught up. So let's get to this ride and we'll check back in. All right, I am 28 minutes into this ride, just in this main set right now. I'm doing these power build intervals. Nothing too crazy. They're just 2-minute efforts, 2 minutes at 250 watts, 2 minutes at 265, then like a down 2 minute at 200 watts, and then 2 minutes at 280. I'm doing that times three of those sets, and that's gonna be my little kind of feeler ride today. All right, all intervals are complete. Again, nothing too crazy for this ride. I just wanted to test the ankle out with different power outputs, and I did build up that last interval pretty good, and everything's checking out really good with the ankle, so very happy with that. This isn't as bad as I initially thought. This is like a real low grade 1 sprain, so very happy with how it's healing so far. I'm on a 10-minute cool down. We'll get like an hour for this ride. I'll put a little graph in the background so you can see the build structure of this workout. This is actually one of the workouts I do for like taper week or race week. I got this and the one I did yesterday as well. We're still not going to test out any running. Maybe Sunday we'll test it out. We'll see how we feel. I'm still icing the ankle every night, just trying to be real attentive of it and not rush this healing process because it ain't worth it. I know that, but very happy with the progress so far. Tomorrow we will get in a swim and just chill out. We probably won't check back in until Saturday's long ride, and maybe I'll take you on my Valentine's date. We'll see what we got going on there. But yeah, we'll cap this one off tonight here and we'll check back in. All right, it is Saturday. Happy Valentine's Day. Just had a nice breakfast with the wife. Had a nice visit with my grandma. Got them both some flowers, some candies. But now I get to sneak off and go do a workout. So what I'm going to do, it's actually pretty nice out right now. Well, it's 40 degrees out, which is a lot better than the 5 degrees that it's been. But we're going to go try to take the road bike out. So I'm just charging up the batteries, charging up the radar light, the bike computer and everything, get this thing, make sure it's good to go, because I haven't had this outside in a month or so. But I'm also working on the front end here. I'm taking out some spacers to drop the stem a little bit, because ever since I built this bike, I just left it at stock height, and I know I need to drop it a little bit. So I'm going to test out a little bit of stuff here today, just different spacer heights or whatnot, and see how that feels and start honing that in. All right, got this thing all ready to go. I just took out 2 of these spacers under this stem for now. I am gonna slam this more and more as my body adjusts or whatever, but I just wanna ride this, find my home position, really dial it in before I cut the carbon fork steerer tube. Once you cut that, you can't go back. So trying to dial it in right. I did grease my upper and lower headset bearings, and then I had to replace this broken steerer tab in here, your little steerer stop for your handlebar stop there. It was starting to chew up the paint on my fork there. So got that squared away. It's just a plastic tab in there, and I'm sure I'm gonna bust it again. But yeah, time to take this thing outside. It's a little bit cold, a little bit probably slushy and salty roads. I'm gonna try to keep it clean. I am gonna try out my Zoot Elite cycling pants, the thermal pants I bought to tackle some of this cold weather here. So it might not be too bad, but I'm gonna get out there and we'll check back in. All right, quick cold weather fit check. I am layered up pretty good. I'm not looking too cool, but I'm just trying to tackle the cold. So we'll see if this works. I always call these baklavas, but I think that's a Greek dessert. But I got this like face mask thing protecting my ears. I got the Castelli fleece line jacket on. I got a thermal on under this and the cycling jersey. The Zoot thermal bib tights, and then some Castelli overshoes with some merino wool socks. So hopefully that's gonna serve me well today. I got these Rock Bros gloves on. I don't think that these actually work that good. I do have these spiders I could throw on, but I don't know. I'm gonna just kind of freeze my nubs off today, and I don't know. See if we could survive. But yeah, I got the bike ready to go. I got 2 750 milliliters of fluids on there with 45 grams of carbs in each of those bottles. This ride's gonna be like an hour and a half or 2 hours, but we'll see how long I can last out there. Maybe this is perfect and it'll be just a great ride. So that's what I'm hoping for, and we'll check back in whenever I'm on the road. All right, I am 12 minutes into this ride. I didn't underdress, I'll tell you that. My chest is like on fire. I think I'm gonna have to shed this thermal layer underneath. The bike's feeling great. I had this creak going on with my crank, so I tightened those up and that's gone. So I thought it was my bearings going out, but yeah, this thing feels awesome. It's a beautiful day out. I think my watch lied to me on what the temperature was. This has to be like maybe mid 40s. So anyways, I'll check back in. I'm just gonna cruise and enjoy this ride. All right, I am 58 minutes into this ride. I just made my turnaround, so we'll get about 2 hours out of this one today. I'm doing 2 by 20 minutes at tempo effort, so targeting 250 watts. That should be around 70.3 power for me, but I'm just kind of feeling it out, seeing how the body's responding, seeing how the ankle feels. Ankle actually feels great. Beautiful day, it really is. I take it back, I didn't underdress. I actually got a little bit of sweat going, and my upper body's like the perfect temperature. So I feel like I nailed it today. I don't know, having all the right gear kind of opens up the door for more riding opportunities for me. And I love riding my bike outside. I'm doing a 10-minute easy break in between these 2 intervals. I'm about to hit this next one in a minute here, so we'll check back in at the end of this ride. All right, I am an hour and 40 minutes into this ride. We're taking a little break by the lake here. Man, I wish I was out there swimming right now. But this thing hasn't frozen over in a few years. I have a hunch that we're not gonna be open water swimming for like a month later than I usually start. So we'll see. But yeah, that is pretty frozen right now. My hands definitely started getting a lot colder as I got closer and closer to this lake. But whatever, we're almost done. I'm doing a couple 10-minute like hold intervals, like kind of low zone 3 power, just to break up the ride on my way back home. So, all right, we are back home. That is ride complete. We got 2 hours in, 42 miles, 21 average mile per hour, 230 average watts, and 124 average heart rate. Bike's not too bad. I gotta clean this thing up, get some of that salt off of there, but I'm gonna go hang out with the wife, and we gotta make some dinner for Valentine's Day, and I gotta give her some type of cheesy pickup line here, so see what I can come up with. Hey babe, are you a threshold workout? Because you got my heart racing.
Mr. Thousand-Hand Guardian.
Happy Valentine's Day. Melissa's really psyched about this. Hey, what do you think of my idea?
Clean the shower.
All right, it is Sunday and the audio didn't record here, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover. Check out that Pikachu butter dish, wow. There's a nice coffee, but yeah, we're just talking about how I'm gonna test out the ankle. We're gonna go do a trail run. We're gonna meet up with Mike and see what we could get into there. But yeah, here's just my breakfast. I've really been trying to dial in my protein intake lately, and we're doing pretty good with that. So anyways, let's get to this run. All right, strike one on the first location for doing this trail run. I got Mike behind me. He's gonna do some running with me. Yeah, there was just too much snow on this trail, but we're gonna go to another location a few miles down the road, and I think we may luck out. I've been like massaging my legs out while I'm driving to loosen up a bit, because I was running a little bit late. So we will check back in, and hopefully it will be clear to go here. All right, this place looks a little bit more promising. They've got a paved trail that's cleared off that we could do a warm up on. The actual trails, those do have snow and slush, but there's been hikers and probably horses and everything on these trails, so it looks a little bit better. I do got Mike with me here. He's doing some warming up. How you feeling?
We're all right. We're testing out the knee today, or actually the hamstring, I should say. I thought it was a knee issue, but it's a hamstring issue.
So what do you got going on here?
I don't know, I've had it for like a month now, actually a little longer than that, but I haven't been able to run or cycle. I've only been swimming. So Puerto Rico, dude, watch out for me in the water. But as soon as we get to the bike and run, you guys can have fun.
Yeah, so we got what, four weeks?
Yeah, unfortunately. I wish it was a little longer, but yeah, we got 4 weeks. Got a little test run today, see how my leg feels. The real test will show up tomorrow on if I could cycle or how I feel. So today, I feel like I can get at least 3 miles in a day, but we'll see how the body feels. I have no idea. Haven't ran in weeks.
So we're both testing out some injuries today. His has been lingering a little bit longer than mine, but we will see what we could do and try to have fun with it. We are both on the start list for Puerto Rico and Ironman Jacksonville.
I haven't signed up yet.
Maybe.
But I want to sign up. I'm just waiting to see what this hamstring does, and hopefully I can give that a go. Because what is that, like 14 weeks right now? 13?
Yeah, something like that.
Hopefully it's 14 or
it's sooner than we think.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this hamstring goes, and if we can get a good build Jacksonville, I'll sign up for it.
All right. Well, let's get this run in, and we'll check back in. All right, we are almost a mile in. This trail is pretty sketchy. So far the body's working. How about you, Mike?
I like how we went from like just, oh, we're gonna do a little test to like, we're really testing it.
Yeah.
But I feel good.
Every step we take, I know my ankle's like walking all over the place just from the uneven footing, but I don't know, kind of a good thing that it's holding up so far. But again, not even a mile in yet, but we'll check back in. Okay, usually we got some waterfalls here, but it's all frozen over. Something picturesque on this run. It's kind of cool. It's all like frozen over down there. sketchy shit.
CEO of Hooters.
We got some owls on the prowl today. It's turkey vulture. I think he's trying to get next door to those owls. All right, I am 4 miles in. We just hit the turnaround point. Mike's gonna keep the rest of this run easy for him, and I'm going to turn it up to like a tempo effort. My ankle's feeling really good, so I'm gonna see what I can do on the way back, and we will check back in when we're back at the cart. All right, just wrapped up 20 minutes at a tempo pace, and I'm recording me going down this really steep hill because I am for sure gonna fall on my ass. I'm like, not so much running, I'm just sliding down this hill. Very, very sketchy. My aunt bought me these shoe covers with like ice screws in them. I feel like that would have been a viable option for today to save my ass here. Oh shit. Oh, but if I fall, that'll make good content, so we'll see what we can do here. Oh, there goes the other ankle. Okay, I think I made it. I shouldn't say that yet. I should get back to the parking lot, but the steep part is done. So that's what we like started this run with. And we actually just hiked up it because you really couldn't run up this hill with all this ice and slush. But anyways, Mike should be back to the car by now because I took a longer route back. We'll see if he made it safe and sound or not. Maybe he fell down that hill. Tell you what, he is not back yet. So we're gonna go take a tour of my favorite castle. Actually, maybe he's up in the castle getting some content for his channel. Got something going on in there, maybe a bridal picture or something. Look who I found on the trail, my brethren. It's been a long winter.
I came from way over there.
Yeah, I figured
We started over there.
No, you took the long way.
I got lost in the trails. It was cool up there though, but I was coming down that, it's like a sheet of ice. I was for sure thought I was gonna break myself.
That's what I was saying coming down the hill we started on. I was like, I'm just sliding down this thing.
I was like this going down the hill, but yeah. It's cool over there. The pine trees are sweet, but
Yeah.
I was so lost for a minute. I figured once I saw the castle, I was like, I'll be able to find it.
All right, we got in an hour and 2 minutes, 7.1 miles, 8:43 average pace, 130 average heart rate. And there is, you could kind of see that little tempo effort there. I'll put some graphs in the background of this one. Feel pretty good with that. I'm glad I was able to keep the ankle injury at bay. Got a little sketchy towards the end there, but that's just the conditions, not so much the ankle. How'd you fare after we split? What do we got?
I'm not giving splits.
Yeah, it don't matter.
The only thing I'm gonna give today is I ran. It's been like 4 weeks, maybe 5, that I actually have ran over a couple miles. But I got good news and bad news. The good news is I didn't walk at all. But the bad news is my legs feel dead right now.
Because of the injury or just because?
Just because I don't think I've been running.
Yeah.
And I think my knee is like kind of sore, and it started getting like a little bit of painful. Not in the injury spot, but like a different spot, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But I just think that's from not, sorry, I'm getting distracted, but not from using my legs.
Yeah.
Dude, you wanna, here, I got loaner weapons. You wanna come out and fight?
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw you two warming up, I'm like, these guys will totally fight.
Okay, so yeah, go for it. Tap swords before you go.
Yeah, don't mess me up. Oh, he's confident.
Yeah,
he's got confidence.
Stunting on you. Get your shield up, cover your shoulder. Cover your shield side shoulder. Like that. Otherwise that's gonna happen.
Does he not have an arm right now?
Yeah, you don't. Your arm. This arm. Your arm. Behind your body.
Okay,
yeah. Oh, taking a hit to the torso. Who's that?
That's that, right? Yeah, of course.
All right, so we just wrapped up our run with what do they call that?
I think
Was it
LARPing.
LARPing?
Right? LARPing? Yeah.
Yeah,
the
LARPing at the
community.
castle. They let us try it out. We got some clips of that. That was actually pretty cool. It reminded me of like boxing. But anyways, I don't know. That's gonna wrap up week 3 of this Ironman Chasing Kona vlog. We are gearing up for Ironman Puerto Rico in 4 weeks here. This was my down week, so my next 2 weeks are gonna be build weeks, then a taper week, and then race week. So I'm going to transition these vlogs more like Puerto Rico themed, kind of like 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, how I do most of the races. I think that this was a step in the right direction for both of us.
Yeah, actually
And-
right now I feel pretty good, so
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
We will both be in Puerto Rico racing, so just depends on what we could do with what we trained for.
How well will we race is the question.
Yeah, but as always, thank everybody for tuning in, liking, commenting, subscribing. Helps me out a bunch. It gives me some motivation. We're gonna get him to get his vlog rolling again too,
Yeah, we need to.
Mike Era. So yeah, stay tuned, stick around for more.